What's going on, everybody? Thank you, Dominic. That was very flattering of you. But you make this broadcast what it is. I just go over here and push buttons and stuff.
You push a lot of buttons over there.
I do push a lot of buttons.
But we are getting ready to start here. We got Guy Moore and Marius Stan versus Eden Lica and Frank Anthony Davis, otherwise known as Fed. In this first round matchup here on Men's Pro Day. Little miscommunication with Eden and Frank. Just a little background. Eden and Frank known each other for years now since Eden started playing. They have been trying to play a tournament together for 2 years now. They've gotten rained out, canceled, everything, and finally it all kind of accumulated to today. They're playing their first tournament together. As Frank has to look straight up at Eden when they're standing next to each other. But we'll keep that between ourselves here.
He is quite a large man.
Mm-hmm. Side out here at 0-2. Both Guy and Marius reside in Naples, Florida. They're going to do it again.
Not too far from here.
And, nope. All right, so now they are out of position. Frank and Eden are going to get a free point here as soon as this serve goes in. They are not. So the issue here is that Marius and Guy are not in the right position and have not changed spots yet. Both of these gentlemen from Naples, Florida. And I think they have it figured out here. All right.
Looks like they're in the right positions here.
Yep. Now we go.
Point. 4-0-1.
Eden sitting on that backhand, ready for that. Easy put away down the middle. A quick 5-0 lead for Fad and Eden.
5-0-1. Point. Six, 0-1. Point.
Much better return there from Stan.
7-0-1.
Could not handle that drop though by Eden.
Point. 8-0-1. Server.
Good deep return there. Again from Stan.
8-0-2.
We're 8-0-2 here in game one, round one for both of these teams.
Side out.
Frank read that correctly. Just missed it.
0-8-1.
Oh, Eden, great hands off the, what we're calling the pickleplex line, Eddie.
Yes.
0-8-2. Side out. 8-0-1.
That line will get you.
Yes, it will. That's a great job. Everybody looks at Eden and thinks, this guy's going to hit the ball really hard and hurt us.
0-1.
And Eden has some very great touch, as you're seeing kind of him put on display right now, where it's almost the opposite, where Frank is allowing Eden to take the third and Frank is being the aggressor. Where if you're looking at stature, you would almost think the opposite, where Frank would be playing a little softer and Eden would be playing harder.
Side out. 0-9-1.
0-9-1.
Server. 0-9 vault. Side out.
I think that one was called because he started the serve before the score was called.
Correct.
9-0-1.
Mm.
Second server. 9-0-2.
Nice reach there from Eden in the middle. We're at 10-0-2 here in game 1.
10-0-2. Point.
Just wide.
11-0.
Game 1 to Thad and Eden.
Ends.
11-0.
What, please?
That's right. We're going to have game 2 coming up here very shortly. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, welcome back here to Pickleplex here in Punta Gorda, Florida. It's a little overcast today, but it's absolutely beautiful. Do you agree, Eddie?
Oh, my gosh. You know, it's nice to have a little bit of that cloud coverage blocking the sun. It was beating down on us yesterday, and even though it was cool yesterday, being in the sun in any temperature can definitely take a lot out of you.
Yeah. Just ask your dad sitting next to me. He's
I know.
tan on the left side of his body.
That's right.
He's going to think he was driving a truck all weekend.
We've got Eddie Sr. crushing it, keeping that score updated for
Killing
everybody
it
out
on the
there.
scoreboard all weekend.
I got to tell you, man, I've done the scoreboard before, and you got to stay focused the whole entire match. Dominic and I get to kind of goof off a little bit.
Right.
He's got to stay laser focused during the entire match. It's not easy.
No.
And
if not, everybody watching will be all over him.
that's right.
Fix the score.
Yep.
Score's wrong.
Exactly. It's a tough job, guys. But he does it like a champ.
Yes. So we are back here. Game 2. Game 1 went to Eden and Thad by a score of 11-0. Stan and Moore out of Naples did not find a rhythm there in Game 1. So we'll see if they can kind of bounce back here and find a rhythm early on here in Game 2.
Winds
Yep,
are picking up a little
wind-
bit here, which
Yes, wind is picking up.
can always cause a little bit of an element. It's a great equalizer in pickleball.
Just in case everyone doesn't know, the great Derek Prince, our referee on center court this morning for our first match. Derek from the east coast of Florida. My best story about Derek is that, we have a change.
A change of starting server on this team. So guys know the starting server.
Okay. Derek informing us they have a changing first starting server.
Dominic, can I say, I love how much the referees are really getting into working with the live stream broadcasting and how they're starting to see the synergy, communicating, looking for the thumbs up. And they see the value in what we're trying to provide, and they're making it very easy on us, and I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Every single one of these referees this weekend, when they get onto center court, They're very conscious of letting us know that they're about to start, looking to us to make sure we're back from commercial break. And it's just becoming more of the norm now. And so it's great to see, because when we first started doing live streaming, it was tough.
But
we're in the booth, kind of trying to motion to the referees, don't start, we're not back from break yet. But now everything just seems so much smoother. All right. Boys are on the board here. Oh, Frank's like, that's going out. Wait a second. The wind's in my back. It's not going anywhere.
Frank Anthony's one of the fastest guys in this sport, and when asked what's his strategy in the court, he says just get every ball. He goes for every single ball, whether it's crazy to think he can get to it, doesn't matter to him.
No, and it's just the steps he gets, he's going to set national records. Because for him to move 10 feet, you'd think he takes 10 steps. Little short, choppy steps. No lack of hustle or work out of Frank. Oh, it's just so smooth from Eden. Too good. And that's just the difference. He looks all big and intimidating, but he can carve you to death with his touch and his soft game. Oh, overcooked a little. I think he had it.
Yeah, it looks like that's the second call now where served before, and I get it. We've all been there.
Oh, just missed it. Great hands there by Moore to get that ball back. Force Eden to hit another shot. Oh, got him.
Little love tap.
Yep. They need to switch. There we go.
2, 3, 1.
Nice hands. Again, getting into a hand battle with Eden and Frank is very dangerous.
Yes.
Oh, great hands by Frank off the net. Four, 3-1 here in game 2. Eden and Frank took game 1, 11-0. Oh, it doesn't look pretty always from Frank, but it works. It's effective. It's let's say like organized chaos. And I always look at Frank that way. I look at Zane Navratil that way. They're just effective in how they play. Something very hard to teach.
Yes. But fun to watch.
Yes, without a doubt. Frank just signed a new contract with a new paddle company, New Pipu. They are in the process of making his new paddle as we speak. I was discussing that with him before we started today. And it's going to be a carbon fiber 17 millimeter paddle that he kind of came to terms with on them, and he's very excited about it. And Frank also runs Pickleball by Pros. Him and Rafa.
Wow.
That win costing Eden and Frank a couple points here. Starting to gust even more now. But he's in the wrong spot. He did ask if he was the correct server, which Derek acknowledged, but he was in the wrong spot.
And that's the one thing you cannot ask the referee, am I in the correct position? You can ask him for the score, and if I'm the correct server. Is there anything else you can ask them?
In January, you can.
It's right.
It goes back to the other way, where you're able to ask, am I the correct server? Am I in the correct spot? Before, you could only ask if you were the correct server, because if you are the correct server, they tell you are, you should know where you're supposed to be.
Yes, between the score and if I'm the correct server, you
Correct.
should know what your position will be on the court.
Correct. Eight, 5-1 here, game 2. That's just great hands. Eden just kind of laughing because ball hit right at his chest. He didn't have to move. Great job. Frank yelling at Eden, hurry, to get that ball. Eden looking at Frank almost like, why don't you go and get that? That's why I'm playing with you. So match point here, 10-5-1 for Eden and Fad. And there's Frank right there with the Ernie to end it. He was waiting for that, kind of smiling as he was doing it. He was playing that before we started that point. So Eden and Frank take care of business in their first match, 11-0, 11-5, and we'll move on.